Okay, hello, we're joined by Carolina from Colossal Order, you're the lead designer on City Skylines, and by the time this video goes live, you have just announced After Dark, the first expansion. One thing I noticed is obviously, and the community I think has reacted well to, is that up until this first proper expansion, you haven't done any kind of DLC along the way, or paid DLC.
Yeah.
What was your thinking behind that?
We actually did many different plans, and we changed them until really the last minute.
Right.
But what we wanted to do, and we decided in the end that we will go forward with, is making large expansions that always have free updates and then some paid content, and players can basically customize their game. They can pay for only the features that they want, and those will be like large, complete features, not just a pack of buses or something tiny.
Sure, and I guess in one way you're kind of going up against the modding scene that you've enabled, which people adore, by the way. I'm sure you realise that. Is it like 50,000 mods or something at this stage?
Yeah, something along those lines, because there's a huge amount and people love them, and it's great. And I think it's part of actually playing the game is creating content, because the game is all about self-expression and creating your own cities and creating other stuff for the game. So just a tool for creativity.
How do you ensure that you don't end up kind of becoming redundant in that, in terms of like, what if the modders are already doing this stuff better? Because I know they've tried things like there are mods out there for the night-day cycle, for example.
Well, we do look at the mods a lot to kind of to guide us into what the players actually want, what they are using, what they may be missing in the current game. And the ones that are working really good as mods, we won't be doing those ones. If there is something that we could maybe integrate better, like if it isn't working with the UI properly, but it's a really important feature, like right when the game launched, we had the first mod that was really popular and was one where you could change the direction of one-way streets. And we had just completely forgotten about that during the development. And it was working really nicely, but the UI wasn't as nice as it could be. So we decided that we'll do this right away, integrate it into the UI like it should be, so it's easier to use, and it worked really well. So
in the demo that we've just seen for After Dark, one of the really nice moments in it, and kind of big sign point of the day-night cycle, is when it goes into nighttime, all the buildings turn the lights on, and that's something that I guess that's an example of where you can do something that modders can't quite manage because the tools aren't there yet. Yeah, because how the basic buildings were done in the base game, they just didn't adapt to lighting changes that well. So we didn't have the windows mapped out so that they would properly light up. Right. So this is what we did, and it's something that the modders had not been able to do. Maybe eventually they would have come up with the way, but it was easy for us because we have all the tools. And once again, the day and night cycle is something that so many people wanted, and one of the things that modding couldn't do. So we're trying to find the ones that we can do, kind of combine large amounts of content with stuff that then modders can use. Like we have done the new combination buildings that combine like a train station and a shipyard or something like this. Yeah, modders haven't been able to have those tools just yet. Yeah, so now they can have those, and I think the results will be awesome. Sure. And as we've already kind of mentioned, the mods are such an important part of City Skylines. So one of the kind of surprises during the Microsoft press conference was that you're coming to the Xbox One. Do you have any plans in terms of trying to bring the modding community into that in any way? Is that even possible at this stage? Well, I can't really comment on that at this point, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, thank you for spare a few minutes, and enjoy the rest of the show.
City Skylines has done all right, hasn't it? They've managed things like this and that, and well, all right, looks like they're going a little bit Wolf of Wall Street over there, but how did they manage it? How did they get to muscle in on a genre that's been dominated by just one or two names for so very long? Okay, well, to start with, this was an excellent time to launch a city builder. They've very quickly earned loads of goodwill just by avoiding the mistakes that SimCity, or at least the reboot, will now be remembered for. What mistakes are those?